plans on going to Calhoun and then transferring to UAH. He enjoys swimming, video games, soccer, and hanging out with his friends. Tonight he is escorting his mother, Maria Lopez. Alyssa Ocampo. Cadet Command Sergeant Major Alyssa Ocampo is a fourth-year cadet. She is the time Command Sergeant Major and was a platoon sergeant last year. After high school, she plans on joining the National Guard. Her hobbies include reading, hiking, and traveling. Tonight she will be escorted by her mother, Jessica Jones. Kyle Owen. Cadet Second Lieutenant Kyle Owen is a fourth-year cadet. He is the first platoon leader of Alpha Company. After high school, he plans to either join the Marine Corps or the fire department. He likes fishing, hunting, and participating in outdoor activities. Ronald Rice. Cadet Corporal Ronald Rice is a fourth-year cadet. He is the S2 representative. After high school, he plans to enlist into the U.S. Air Force and aspires to be an aerospace engineer. He enjoys playing video games, sports, basketball, and hanging out with friends. Peyton Sims. Cadet Captain Peyton Sims is a fourth-year cadet. He is the Bravo Company commander. After high school, he plans to attend UNA and major in computer science. He enjoys listening to music, watching Netflix, and working with his hands. Tonight, he is escorting his mother, Dana Sims. Devontae Spears. Cadet Private First Class Devontae Spears is a second-year cadet. After high school, he plans to enlist into the Army under aviation. He enjoys fishing, playing football, and attending church. Tonight, he is escorting his mother, Tawana Spears. Taylor Surratt. Cadet First Sergeant Taylor Surratt is a fourth-year cadet. He is the Charlie Company First Sergeant. He was part of the S6 shop as well as a platoon sergeant in previous years. After high school, he plans on going to college and getting a degree in computer science. He enjoys playing Xbox with friends, going outside, and programming. Tonight he will be escorting his date, Julia Lyden. Jayla Watkins. Cadet Captain Jayla Watkins is a fourth-year cadet. She is the Charlie Company commander and was the S4 NCYC last year. After high school, she plans to attend the University of Florida. She will major in human physiology and intends to become a neurological surgeon and later join the Army. She enjoys doing dance, spending time with family and friends, volunteering, and money. Tonight she is being escorted by her date, Chase Peoples. Tiana Val. Cadet First Class Tiana Val is a second-year cadet. For let 1 year, she was a squad leader. She is currently enlisted with Marines and plans on becoming a security guard for the embassies. She is excited to be able to become a part of something much bigger than herself. She enjoys working out and counting down the days until she leaves for boot camp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the 2018 Senator Battalion graduating class. Please join me in giving them a round of applause.
Colonel Daniel M. Gray is currently assigned as a Human Resource Officer for U.S. Army Space and Missile Defense Command, Army Forces Strategic Command at Redstone Arsenal, Alabama. A native of Lawton, Oklahoma, he enlisted in the United States Army Reserves in November 1988 as a 13B Field Artillery Cannon Crew member. He completed his basic training and advanced individual training at Fort Sill, Oklahoma in November of 1989 as an honor graduate. He began his enlisted military career in the Army Reserves while attending Cameron University. In June 1992, Lieutenant Colonel Gray joined the simultaneous membership program as a ROTC cadet at Cameron University and served his time in the SMP with the Oklahoma Army National Guard in Lawton, Oklahoma. In December 1993, Lieutenant Colonel Gray graduated from Cameron University and received his commissions as a second lieutenant. Upon his completion of the Adjutant General's Corps, OVC, in 1995, Lieutenant Colonel Gray's initial assignment was in the 66th AG Postal Company, 516th Personnel Services Battalion in Seoul, Korea. He served as platoon leader and company executive officer from January 1996 to January 1997. Lieutenant Colonel Gray's next assignment was the Amarillo Military Entrance and Processing Station in Amarillo, Texas, from January 1997 to May 1999, where he served as the Station Operations Officer and the Area Test Control Officer. Upon completion of the Adjutant General's Corps, OAC, he reported to the 38th Personal Services Battalion, 1st Personal Command in Givelstadt, Germany, and assumed command of the 38th Postal Company from November 1999 to September 2001. After successful command, he moved to Heidelberg, Germany, where he worked as the Director, Officer Personnel Manpower Division for the G1 and B Corps headquarters until December of 2002. After completing his tour in Europe, Lieutenant Colonel Gray was assigned to the Dallas Recruiting Battalion in Irving, Texas, where he served as the Battalion S1 and S4 until April 2005. Lieutenant Colonel Gray deployed to Camp Taji, Iraq from May 2005 to May 2006 and supported the OIF as part of the Iraq Assistance Group to support the Department of Defense's Military Transition Team concept. After his deployment to Iraq, Lieutenant Colonel Gray completed his CGSC and was assigned to the 1st Infantry Division at Fort Riley, Kansas, where he served multiple positions in the Division G1 to include Strength Manager, Plans and Operations Chief, and as the Deputy G1 from May 2007 to May 2009. In June 2009, Lieutenant Colonel Gray was assigned to the 75th Fires Brigade at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where he served as the Brigade S1 until July 2011, when he reported to Fort Knox, Kentucky, for his assignment in the 3rd Sustainment Command Expeditionary 3rd ESC. When assigned to the 3rd ESC, Lieutenant Colonel Gray initially served as the Deputy G1, and in 2013, he became the Assistant Chief of Staff. During his assignment with the 3rd ESC, he supported and accompanied the unit to 2 rotations to Afghanistan in support of OEF. Lieutenant Colonel Gray's military education includes the Army Space Cadre Basic Course Phase 1 and 2. His civilian education includes his Bachelor's in Science degree in Criminal Justice from Cameron University, and he earned his Master's degree in Human Resource Management from Webster's University. Lieutenant Colonel Gray's awards, decorations, and achievements include the Bronze Star Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters, the Meritorious Service Medal with 3 oak leaf clusters, the Army Commendation Medal with 1 oak leaf cluster, the Army Achievement Medal, the Army Basic Space Badge, and the Parachutist Badge. Unit awards and citations include the Joint Meritorious Unit Award, the Meritorious Unit Citation with 1 oak leaf cluster, and the Army Superior Unit Award. We will now hear a few words of wisdom from our guest speaker.
Get myself situated here. Good evening, Sparkman Battalion. Y'all kind of quiet out there. I'm an artilleryman. You got to get it from the diaphragm. You got to sound off. Good evening, Sparkman Battalion. There you go. Now you're all alive and well. I know y'all just ate a great meal, and it's almost time for you all to get out here on this dance floor and dance and have a great time with your dates. But I'm going to try to be before you as quickly as I possibly can, because of course, a great leader told me once to be brief, be brilliant, and be gone. Well, I can work on the brief, I can work on the be gone, but the brilliant piece, I hope I can drive home to you a little bit today. Thank you for that great introduction. Wow, done all that? Sounds like a mouthful, huh? But I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I thank you for inviting me to come here and be with you today. I promise not to be long. I won't delay your fun-filled evening as I am enjoying here today. But before I get started, I would like to acknowledge our distinguished guests we have with us here today. We have Representative McCutcheon and his wife, Debbie. Thank you very much for coming. And of course, we have Sparkman's principal, Mr. Chris Shaw. Thank you all very much for coming. We'd like to thank each of you for attending today's Senators Battalion 52nd Annual Military Ball. Lieutenant Colonel Nathan, First Sergeant Jones, I would like to thank you for inviting me to come and be a part of this magnificent occasion that will be of great significance to these cadets, to these students, future leaders, and the parents that are here with us this evening. It is truly an honor to be with all of you this evening. Before we go any further, I would like to recognize the committee and all those that have put forth the time and effort to pull this evening together and make it the success that it is. I would like to ask all of you that have to please stand if you had anything to be recognized, if you had anything to do with putting this program together. All the cadets, all the parents, please stand, please stand. You all put this together. This is your program. Go ahead, please stand, be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, lovely evening, lovely event. Thank you very much for putting all your hard work and dedication in making this event the way it is today. So, I am sure all of you are wondering who I am. I'm not a general officer, not yet. I still got a little time. Or someone special with a special duty title that is well known throughout with everyone. I'm not on TV. I'm not a special guest from the Pentagon or anything special or significant. But I am proud to tell you today that my name is Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Gray, and I am an American soldier. That being said, I had the distinct pleasure to be here with you today because some time ago, not too long ago, I was where all of you are today. I was a JROTC cadet attending my JROTC ball, and after I graduated, I made a promise to myself that one day, if ever offered the opportunity to come back to where it all began for me, to encourage and inspire other JROTC cadets, I would do so without hesitation. So, where is the connection? A part of my bio that was just read, there was a point in my career where I served in the 3rd Expeditionary Services Command 30th C, a unit in which I had the distinct pleasure to serve and deploy to Afghanistan with your senior Army instructor, Lieutenant Colonel Nathan. So, thank you. So, Lieutenant Colonel Nathan, being aware of my background and my history, when he asked me to come speak before you today, I could not turn down the opportunity to fulfill my obligation. Lieutenant Colonel Nathan, thank you for inviting me. And thank you, Sparkman Battalion. So, before I go any further, I would like to get to know my audience a little better. So, how many freshmen do we have out there today? Sound up, where you at? Hey, we do have freshmen in the building. Freshmen, I hope you have enjoyed your first year of high school and continue to do great things for your school and this JROTC program. You are the future for this JROTC program. Where are the sophomores? That's what I'm talking about. Sophomores, hang in there. Only 2 more years left, right? And before you know it, it'll be your time to graduate. Let me hear from the juniors. Strategically placed on the west side of the building. That's a smart move, juniors. I tell you. Juniors, I am sure you are excited because you're ever so close. And next year is almost here, and that is going to be your year. You will be where these seniors are today, and you are going to be proud of where you are. So next year will be your year. I'm sure you're waiting for them to graduate and you move up and you can step into those positions and take the responsibility of the senior class that you will be named as. Seniors, let me hear it loud and proud. Colonel Nathan, you think that was loud enough? Come on, seniors, where you at? The junior class sounded better than you all do, but it's okay. You all are almost out the door. It's fine. Well, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you. You made it. And I look forward to your future success in our society. Excellent. Seems like we have a great mix between the classes. I was told that your cadet battalion commander was responsible for your theme today. And what a great theme it is. Be loyal to the royal within. Simply put, love yourself and all that you represent. I am sure through Google and other research avenues out there, you may find that this theme has many interpretations or meanings. You may find it in a poster, or as a song, or as part of a book or a lecture series. But today, I would like to use it as motivation. As you can tell, I like motivation. So take a moment to ask yourself, what are you loyal to? Are you loyal to yourself? Are you loyal to your family, your friends, your loved ones? We just experienced the loyalty each of you have with your classifications, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And each of you brought forth your own motivation towards the royalty that you have from you within. You can see how your motivation towards that in which you are loyal can bring you royal within. I hope everybody caught that. I see that each and every one of you are loyal to this JROTC department. You're loyal to your school, and you're loyal to your community. Just remember, one day, where you sit today and where you will be in the future, and if you're ever presented the opportunity to inspire a JROTC program, no matter where you are, don't forget the loyal to the royal and the motivation that you have shared with me today. As I have not forgotten the loyal from a long time ago within me to come back, and hopefully I have inspired you. Be loyal to the royal within. Be strong, love life, and be motivated. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Gray, and I am a proud American soldier. Continue to do great things for our great nation, because you are the future. Thank you very much.
Once again, I would like to thank you for your lovely speech, and this battalion has come together and brought you a plaque for coming to speak and take your time out. We would like to thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much.
Now we would like to recognize our nominees for our 2018 Senator Battalion Royal Court.
Sabers, halt. Inward, pace. Draw. Sabers.
We will start the night off with the presentation of tonight's King contestants. Our first contestant for King is Cadet First Sergeant Carlos Hinojosa. He is escorting Cadet Command Sergeant Major Alyssa Ocampo. Our second contestant for King is Cadet Captain Peyton Sims. He is escorting Josica Torres. Our last contestant for King is Cadet First Lieutenant Joshua Bright. He is escorting Kyla Penn. Now the presentation of tonight's Queen contestants. Our first contestant for Queen is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Alyssa Ocampo. She is being escorted by Cadet First Sergeant Carlos Hinojosa. Our last contestant for Queen is Cadet Captain Jayla Watkins. She is being escorted by Cadet Staff Sergeant Chase Peoples. Next, the presentation of tonight's Prince contestants. Our first contestant for Prince is Cadet Staff Sergeant Lee Smyra. He is escorting Marley Fisher. Our second contestant for Prince is Cadet Sergeant Ryan Dahl. He is escorting Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Bailey Jordan. Our last contestant for Prince is Cadet Second Lieutenant Andrew Maddox. He is being escorted by Cadet Staff Sergeant Maria Mastando. Next, the presentation of tonight's Princess contestants. Our first contestant for Princess is Cadet First Lieutenant Elizabeth Allen. She is being escorted by Elijah Bain. Our last contestant for Princess is Cadet Staff Sergeant Maria Mastando. Currently, she isn't feeling well, so she will not be here right now. Next, the presentation of tonight's Duke contestants. Our first contestant for Duke is Cadet Private First Class Chandler Hawks. He is escorting Cadet Private First Class Faith Gaucher. Our second contestant for Duke is Cadet Private First Class Cody McKay. He is escorting Azaria Crutcher Vasquez. Our last contestant for Duke is Cadet Corporal Abraham Wynn. He is escorting Colette Coffey. Now the presentation of tonight's Duke contestants, or Duchess contestants. Our first contestant for Duchess is Cadet Private Natalie Cox. She is being escorted by Cadet Private First Class James Pitts. Our last contestant for Duchess is Cadet Private First Class Kaylee Ocampo. She is being escorted by Cadet Staff Sergeant Jonathan Gubert. Making her way to the center of the dance floor to crown this year's King and Queen is the Battalion Commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Adrian Graham. The envelopes, please. For Sergeant Jones, do you affirm that these envelopes have not left your side and the contents have not been compromised? Thank you, First Sergeant. And the JROTC Ball King for the 2017-2018 school year is Cadet Joshua Bright. And the JROTC Ball Queen for the 2017-2018 school year is Cadet Alyssa Ocampo. Making their way to the center stage to crown this year's Prince and Princess are this year's King and Queen. And the JROTC Ball Prince for the 2017-2018 school year is Cadet Ryan Dahl. And the JROTC Ball Princess for the 2017-2018 school year is Cadet Maria Mastando. Making their way to the center stage to sash this year's Duke and Duchess are this year's Prince and Princess. And the JROTC Ball Duke for the 2017-2018 school year is Cadet Cody McKay. And the JROTC Ball Duchess for the 2017-2018 school year is Cadet Kaylee Ocampo. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Sparkman High School Senator Battalion's 52nd Annual Military Ball Royal Court.
Present. Order.
We will now have our traditional Royal Court waltz.
to Representative McCutcheon and his wife Debbie, Mr. Shaw, and our special guest, Colonel Gray, who become a friend of mine ever since we deployed to God knows where. They go through those things that, like Mr. McCutcheon and his wife said, just tell us where we need to be, and we'll do whatever you tell us. Believe it or not, in the military, that's just the way it works. Okay? You go where the taxpayers told us to go. Okay? That's the way it works. To our booster parents, our parents, senior parents, to our distinguished partners in crime, those that help us, okay, with not only just increasing the strength of our military, our recruiters, because they have a lot more to offer than just talking to branch of service. And to all of those that came along before myself, Colonel Cunningham and other ones, former cadets, and I think that's just about covered because this is a partnership for all of those that help us, guess what? Motivate young people to be better citizens. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So I thank God for every last one of you, and parents, I really appreciate you for allowing us the opportunity to mold your most precious, our most precious commodity, and that's our kids, because they are our future. Thank you, God bless you, and may everybody be safe. Okay, the weather, and then I think something happened a couple of nights ago. Be careful going to the parking garage. Be vigilant, be aware, as we all should, and look out for each other. So hey, hope you guys have a great time, and thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
Lastly, we would like to recognize those cadets that put this year's military ball together. Will the members of the Military Ball Committee please stand? The committee truly wanted this to be a ball no one would ever forget. They hope they have fulfilled that wish. Will the audience help me show them our appreciation by giving them a round of applause?
Permission to retrieve the colors. Thank you. Back. Right turn. March. Forward. March. Left. 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 Right. Left. Right. Left. Left. Present arms. Order arms. Retreat. Colors. Carry colors. Left turn. Arch. Arch on. Arch. Forward. Arch.
Please join with me in prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for granting us this fine evening in which we were given the opportunity to meet here and gather in this celebration. We ask that you bless our travels home as well as the rest of our evening here with safety from you, from your grace, Lord. We bless you for all we have been given and ask that you be with us always. In your name we pray. Amen.
this time, we would like to thank the Sparkman High School Principal, Mr. Chris Shaw, our guest speaker, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel M. Gray, our distinguished guest, Representative Mac McCutcheon, the Senator Battalion Booster Club President, Mrs. Lynn Moore, our vice principals, and all teachers and staff at Sparkman High School for attending this year's military ball. You all may be seated. We would also like to thank our great instructors who have done so much for the program and for the cadets. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Nathan and First Sergeant Jones. We would also like to recognize Staff Sergeant Powell for his service to the battalion.
So we got gifts for all three of you to show our appreciation also. So the first one we're going to start with is First Sergeant Jones. We know you're retiring soon, so we just wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for all of us, especially the seniors that are leaving, and just all of the lessons that you've taught us that are going to help us when we leave and start our new lives as adults. And yeah.
Our second gift is to Lieutenant Colonel Nathan. You came on board, and I'm glad you did. You're like another father, and it's amazing what you taught me. And even in these couple of less than 100 days left, I know a lot of lessons will be taught, and we would like to have our the last gift, you may come like one day a week or like a couple of days out of the month or even the whole semester, and we're glad you're on board, and we hope we see you again. Well, they do.
And of course, to our other guests not mentioned, thank you for attending the 52nd Annual Military Science Ball. We will now have our informal dance portion of the event. Thank you again and have a great night.
Thank you.